For the next hour, deepen your shade of green. This is the Shades of Green radio show, featuring the latest in technology, money-saving ideas, legislative updates, and all things green. The Shades of Green radio show is presented by the Green Alliance. Now here's your hosts, Paul Ira and Stan Hannell.
Good morning. This is the Shades of Green radio show, simulcast on KDWN 720 AM and KDWN 101.5 FM in Las Vegas. Our show is produced by the Green Alliance of Nevada, sponsored by NV Energy, and I'm your host, Stan Hannell, filling in for Paul Ira today. Today's guest speakers are Cynthia Messina and Doug White from NV Energy PowerShift program, who will be providing tips about a new air conditioning discount program, as well as free energy audits, smart thermostats, energy-efficient electronic appliances, and other techniques that we can implement in our homes to save money on our monthly electric bill. But before we get started, today is also October 1st. It's the one-year anniversary of the Route 91 Harvest Festival shooting that happened at Mandalay Bay. And we'd just like to do a moment of silence to remember those people that were involved in that event, in that incident. Thank you. Something that we've done with the Shades of Green radio show is we're trying to help build a sustainable community, and NV Energy has been a big participant in that effort. And even with that October 1 shooting, that time of healing and recovery, I know NV Energy was very much involved in that program as well. So getting back to our topic today, Cynthia and Doug, we have Cynthia Messina and Doug White. Please introduce yourselves and talk about your background in the utility industry and your current role in the NV Energy PowerShift program.
Thank you, Stan, and it's a pleasure to be here once again. And we too join with our community in remembrance of the 1 October event, and it's something that we've really embraced at the company and have found ways to contribute to the community to acknowledge that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I am Cynthia Messina. I'm a senior project manager at NV Energy, responsible for our PowerShift products and services, outreach and education, and spreading the word about how we offer those services to help our customers save energy and money. And I have been at the company for several years prior to coming back to NV Energy. This is actually my second time at the company. I was there a number of years ago. From there, went to the Public Utilities Commission, where I was the public information officer and a policy advisor, and then spent several years over at Southwest Gas in communications and as their public information officer as well. So I've been in the utility industry for a while, and
that's neat. You've seen both public and private and all sides, so that's really helpful, I'm sure, in navigating through it.
Correct.
Changes.
And it is interesting because we see how we operate on the utility side of things, but then how we're regulated by the state and the Public Utilities Commission as well, along with local and federal regulations that might apply. So it's an interesting world.
There's a lot of inputs and a lot of different pulls on your decisions each day, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. Doug, how did you get involved with NV Energy and the PowerShift program?
This is Doug White. I'm the senior program manager for delivery of energy efficiency programs at the utility. I've been supporting NV Energy for over 6 years on various programs, from CFL lighting, transition into LED lighting, residential pool pumps, a lot of commercial energy efficiency programs as well. And my latest endeavor has been residential air conditioning incentives. So that has been learning each one of those industries individually. Each one has their own twists and turns to it. So this is a program that we just recently launched. So I'm looking forward to having a conversation on it.
That's awesome. And I'm looking at your website, nvenergy.com, and basically as you get to the home page, there are several tabs across the top. And the one that we're looking at here is the Save Energy tab, and that has a lot of the features of the PowerShift program. There's a drop-down menu that talks about free smart thermostats and other issues, but also includes the AC air conditioning program. So basically, what is involved in that? I know there's two areas you're telling me: new construction of buildings and retrofits for existing residential homes.
Absolutely. NV Energy has worked with local distributors, contractors, and national manufacturers of high-efficiency air conditioning systems. And we've pulled together a program that is a instant rebate program for our customers. So if they elect to upgrade or replace with a high-efficiency air conditioning unit, they will get an instant incentive off from the purchase of that system.
Does the utility send them a check, or how does that happen?
It's actually a line item discount right off their bill.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
And it ranges from $150 up to just under $1,000, depending
Fantastic.
on the unit that you purchase.
Right. So the more efficient the unit, the better the rebate.
Correct.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely correct.
Can you tell us a little bit about the seasonal energy efficiency rating, the SEER rating, or ratio, I guess it's called? Yeah.
It is a ratio. It's called a seasonal energy efficiency ratio, and we incentivize SEER 16 through 20.
Okay.
And we do have an incentive for 15 as well.
Wow.
But as you go up in the SEER rating, obviously the incentive increases as well.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
The higher the SEER rating, the more incentive, but also the more savings you actually get from the unit itself.
Yeah.
So you'll see the breaking point is typically starting at 16 up through 19. You get to 19 and 21. They are really variable speed air conditioning units, and so that's really where there's a lot of energy savings.
Yeah, we were talking about that. The older systems, they come full on or full off and nothing in between, but with the variable speed, you can really tweak that in.
Absolutely correct.
Thank you. We're going to be talking more about that when we return to Shades of Green. Welcome back to the Shades of Green radio show, simulcast on KDWN 720 AM and KDWN 101.5 FM in Las Vegas. Our show is produced by the Green Alliance of Nevada, sponsored by NV Energy, and I'm your host, Stan Hannell, filling in for Paul Ira today. If listeners have any questions for our guest speakers, the phone number is 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-5396. And today we're talking with Cynthia Messina and Doug White from the NV Energy PowerShift program. And they're providing tips about a new air conditioning discount program that just came out, as well as free energy audits, smart thermostats, energy-efficient electronic appliances, and other techniques that we can implement in our homes to save money on our monthly electric bill. So, Doug, we were talking last session about the new AC air conditioning program providing rebates for both new construction and for retrofits in residential homes, anywhere from $150 up to just under $1,000, depending on the type of air conditioning system that people select. And can you talk a little bit about the different types of technology? I saw on your website at nvenergy.com under the Save Energy tab, you had both. We had heat pumps as well as standard HVAC systems.
Absolutely correct. We do incentivize both products, and predominantly most of Las Vegas is air conditioning as opposed to heat pumps, but there are heat pumps out there becoming more popular, and obviously the heat pump is providing you heat as well as cool air in the summertime. So there are different incentive levels for those devices, and there's obviously different energy efficiency ratings for those devices as well.
Right. And would you use a heat pump, say, like in an upper floor or a certain room area to kind of like a certain region that you wanted to kind of use in addition to your regular HVAC system?
You can do that, yes, but typically it's either one or the other. It's either an AC unit or it's a heat pump unit.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
And what's interesting is we were talking about how the technology nowadays is getting more integrated with the rest of other smart home type technology for energy management, and we'll be getting into more of those like smart thermostat and LED lighting and things like that. But what's interesting is these you were telling me these pumps and motors can be connected to the internet and can be monitored by applications even.
Absolutely correct. Smart thermostats you can monitor from your phone. We've also taken a step in this year's program where NV Energy is actually paying contractors to go through a quality installation procedure on every install that they do. And they use their smartphone. There's a cloud-based application that integrates and connects to all of their sensing devices. So when you get a new system installed under our program, that is an option everyone should be asking for to make sure they do get that quality installation. It's no cost to the customer. We pay for that, for the contractor to perform it. And what that actually does is transmits what is being received by all the sensors and loads that into a cloud-based application and prints a report that allows us to verify the charge of the system is correct, the airflow is correct, and the temperature readings are correct. So you know you have a high-efficiency unit you've paid for, and it's actually optimized for best performance.
That's great. You're actually calibrating it from day one, so it's got the best performance going forward. That's
absolutely
awesome.
correct.
Yeah. And that's because it's a new program. You're signing up different contractors throughout the valley. I saw on your website you've listed the first 4 of them, and I hear there's more to come. I'm just going to mention them real quick here. It looks like you've got Polar Air and Heating over on Smoke Ranch Road in Las Vegas. ACLV Heating and Cooling on McLeod Drive in Las Vegas. The Cooling Company on East Post Road in Las Vegas, and Climate Control Experts also on East Post in Las Vegas. So that can be found by going to the nvenergy.com website and then clicking on the Save Energy tab, and where it says Save with PowerShift and AC discounts. That's fantastic. So it sounds like that's coming together. It always is a challenge with a brand new program coming, getting people on board on the same page. You have distributors, you have manufacturers, you have contractors, and getting them all to work together. That must be take a little effort there.
It is a challenge, and I sort of look forward to learning the industry and the workings of the industry, which has been very interesting to me. We do have manufacturers engaged. We have distributors. We're getting more distributors online, and the distributors are actually selecting their contractors that they want to participate in the program, so it's moving in the right direction. And unfortunately, we missed the summer season this year with the delayed start of the program. But, this shoulder month, the fall, is an optimum time to replace your AC unit.
I think it's a lot easier than when it's going out during the heat of the summer. It's better to do it off season, I think, like you said, yeah.
Absolutely. It's a planned activity as opposed to I need to do something and I'll take whatever you get.
Right.
This way you can actually plan, optimize the system, and really leverage our incentive program to your benefit.
That's fantastic, and negotiate best cost with the contractors during the off season. I think
absolutely,
too. Yeah,
and
awesome.
There's a list of contractors. That list will be growing, and get 3 or 4 contractors to give you some estimates on a system, and pick the best one that suits your needs.
And do it at your pace, not when you have to. Right?
Absolutely correct.
Wonderful, thank you, great, Doug. That's fantastic. I think we've covered that pretty well. Cynthia, did you want to go into some of the other programs that you have through PowerShift?
Sure. Well, I think talking about the AC systems and the discounts is a great way to encourage our customers to get a home energy assessment, which is free. Because what will happen, the PowerShift Energy Advisor will come into your home, take a look at the air conditioning system, the age of the system, how it's operating, the size of your home, along with other appliances in the house, insulation levels, caulking around windows and doors, how you use electricity, when you're using it, how many people are in the home, if you're using LED bulbs or you have light sensors outside, dawn to dusk dimmers, and to really personalize a report and go over it with you that says how your home is using energy, how you're using energy, and what you can do to save. So we really encourage our customers to do that. It's a great free way to learn about energy efficiency and how you can save energy and money in your home. And as we're going into the fall weather, now is a good time as well.
Fantastic. And how do people apply for that free energy audit?
It's very easy. All you need to do is call us at 855-676-9373 or log on to our website, nvenergy.com/PowerShift. Send us an email. and we will give you a call and schedule that appointment. It takes about an hour or two, depending upon the size of your home. It's very thorough. And one other feature that we have, too, is if you don't have the energy advisor come to your house, but you'd like to get online and learn today what's going on with your home's energy use, you can go through My Account, which is how our customers pay their bills, and log on and find more information about the company and their billing and their energy use. And you can take an online energy assessment there, and that's free and easy. It gives you real-time information, and it's very helpful as well.
And you can do that at your leisure over time and plug in your own variables and see how that's going.
Correct.
Yeah, and the My Account is, I really recommend everybody sign up for that if you get a chance. You also get energy snapshots sent to your email to tell you how you're doing each month. Every week or so, they'll say, you're using this much energy, your bill is projected to be so much at the end of the month, so you can correct it. We'll be right back after this some messages from our sponsors. Good morning. Welcome back to the Shades of Green radio show, simulcast on KDWN 720 AM and KDWN 101.5 FM in Las Vegas. Our show is produced by the Green Alliance of Nevada, sponsored by NV Energy, and I'm your host, Stan Hannell, filling in for Paul Ira. If listeners have questions for our guests this morning, the phone number 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-5396. We're talking with Cynthia Messina and Doug White from the NV Energy PowerShift program. In the last segment, we were talking about free home energy audits that are available through PowerShift in conjunction with their new NV Energy air conditioning incentive program. If people are considering replacing their air conditioning after summer now, this is a good time to do it. We talked about that in the fall to be able to get competing quotes from different contractors, as well as study the home more thoroughly. So the energy audit can help you at least understand what questions you need to ask to right-size the air conditioning unit for your home. And so Doug and I were talking about that. Bigger isn't always better, I guess.
Absolutely correct. So, there are specific metrics that are used to get the right size for your home. And there are homes that have multiple units. So all that has to be considered when they're doing the evaluation. That's why we encourage the multiple quotes, because every contractor has a different spin on it. There's a item out there called a Manual J that can help the contractor do that and get it sized correctly. And there's also the element of saving on air conditioning in the summer is very important in the heat of Las Vegas. But also, if you have an integrated system, if you have a ECM motor in your furnace that comes with a 016 or higher, that's a variable speed motor. So you're saving not only in the summer, you're also saving in the winter as well.
So this is the ideal time as you're getting ready for the winter months as well, and then going into summer next year. So a good time to make that selection.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Great. And then with the PowerShift program, NV Energy also offers other, after an inspection, other incentives and free rebates on devices that can help, such as LED lighting, some of the other things. Can you talk about that, Cynthia?
Certainly. Well, one of the things that will happen when the PowerShift Energy Advisor does do the home energy assessment is they will install some LED bulbs for free,
Great.
Replace the air filter, and put a dawn to dimmer switch outside for your outdoor lights. And they're things that can help save energy and money, and they're free. So that's one other benefit that is a great thing to take advantage of with the in-home energy assessment.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that sounds excellent. So these services are available. They just need to go to nvenergy.com and the PowerShift program to apply to find out more information.
And we do also offer a free smart thermostat. to our
Right.
customers. So that's something that when you get the in-home energy assessment, the energy advisor can talk to you about and install the thermostat or give you more information about it. And again, that's all available on our website as well.
And it's not just the thermostat itself, but it's the app that comes
Correct.
with that. Yeah.
Yes, the app, and then you can access it obviously from your phone or favorite device, computer. You can set the heating and cooling schedules for your home and adjust it if you're not there. And also you get to see how much energy you're using at any given time. And again, it helps you manage your home's energy use.
Wow, that's a big improvement over, just on, off, and
Right.
just kind of the mechanical way we did things in the past. So you have a true smart home then. You have a smart energy management system that you can use to your best advantage and save money and also make it comfortable in your home as well. That's great. What are some of the optimum temperature settings for an HVAC system during the day, and how does that smart thermostat help it adjust to changing heat conditions during the day and night?
Well, during the summer months, we encourage our customers to set the thermostat between 78 and 80 degrees. And when it's cold outside, it's 68 degrees. So you can schedule those heating and cooling temperatures that are comfortable for you, depending on your lifestyle and when you're home. You pre-program the thermostat so it does that, and then it's smart. So it's able to know when you're home, when you're not. Takes into consideration the outside temperature, even the humidity. As I don't know if anyone woke up today, but I said when I was out early this morning, I said I can smell rain.
Right, yeah,
So
it's unusual.
I guess that's humidity in the air for Las Vegas. And I think Doug said it was, what was the humidity you said that we had?
On the golf course, so
Right.
it was 58%.
58% humidity. So we actually had some today, but the thermostat will help you.
Right.
With what the temperature is outside, and of course to control what's going on in your home.
That's fantastic. And how important is to replace your lighting in the home with LED lamps? How much energy can be saved and conserved by changing to LED lighting?
Well, it depends on the light bulb that you have in the lumens, which is something to take a look at. So when you go to buy the light bulbs, what you want to do is the lumens is what's the brightness of
measurement.
the bulb.
Yeah.
So depending on what your needs are, and there's typically a little chart on the light bulbs that tells you what that is and how much you can save during the year.
Yes.
So it depends on where it is. Is it somewhere where you get high traffic area? Is it in the kitchen? Is it in a family room? Is it somewhere maybe you don't need that light bulb to be as strong, and taking that into consideration?
Yeah, and just looking at on the package of these replacement light bulbs, so you can get what is equivalent brightness from a 60-watt bulb from something that only puts out 9 watts on an LED lamp. So that's like 8 times savings, something like that. Yeah, that's great. So that's fantastic. And then the motion detection at night. Why is that helpful for people with their landscaping and their outdoor lights?
And that's a great feature. And again, I said when we offer the in-home energy assessment, the advisor will put those on your home for you. I like it by my garage door because I know that I don't need to leave the light on all day. But when it gets dark outside, those lights come up, and I have some lights on in the front of the home. I think it's a safety issue as well.
That's great.
We all like pulling up to our home when there's some lights on, and you're saving energy. And again, even the outdoor light out on the patio. We had one installed on our patio, and it's nice. The switch remains in the on position,
right,
but you're not burning electricity all day. You're not using electricity until you need it when the sun goes down and it's dusk, and then the light will come on automatically. And I think, again, that's a great feature, and it's also a safety.
Right. And good for security, too, I think, just to see those lights coming on around the home day and night. That's fantastic. Great. And how can EnergyStar Appliances help lower your monthly bill if people practice the integrating those in their home?
EnergyStar is great. As you know, that's a label that comes from the federal government that's on new appliances, and it takes into consideration the use of the appliance, what it is, and gives you an estimate as to how much electricity it will use on an annual basis.
Fantastic. And this is your washing machine, your dryer, your dishwasher.
Right.
Yeah, all these things. The stove, too, stovetop and oven and appliances.
Yes, it's that bright yellow label that we've been known to look for whenever we go appliance shopping anymore. And there's also some great information on the U.S. Department of Energy's website about EnergyStar as well.
Fantastic. And what are the best times of day to run washing machines and dryers and stoves during we were just coming off hot summer months, We can talk about that when we get back. Looks like we're coming up on our break, but thanks very much. We'll return in a moment. Welcome back to the Shades of Green radio show, simulcast on KDWN 720 AM and KDWN 101.5 FM in Las Vegas. Our show is produced by the Green Alliance of Nevada, sponsored by MV Energy, and I'm your host, Stan Handel, sitting in for Paul Ira today. If listeners in this program would like to call in, the radio station number is 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-5396. Today's guest speakers are Cynthia Messina and Doug White from the NV Energy PowerShift program. We've been talking about basically the EnergyStar appliances in the home and how those can help save with the monthly electric bill. And Doug brought up a good point that the refrigerator is probably your biggest consumer of electricity because it's always on. But also, what are the best times of day to run your washing machines and your dryers and the other appliances to save energy?
Well, yes. I mean, talking about the refrigerators again, also they say that if the refrigerator is more than 10 years old, it's good to replace it as well because you can save a couple $100 a year on your electric bill. And again, it's looking for that EnergyStar certified rating to make a good comparison. Mm-hmm. As far as running the dishwasher, it's good to run it when the loads are full. And probably when it's hot outside, it's better to run it in the evening or early in the morning because what it can do is heat up the kitchen, which would increase your need to run the air conditioner more and to cool the room down. So it's good to run it when it's not as hot outside. And also, as I said, with full loads and to set it on the air dry setting as opposed to having the
moisture
do it, yes, because you can save some energy that way. Clothes, again, it's good to wash when there's a full load and use the dryer again in the evening when it's not as hot out, especially when we have our Las Vegas summers.
And your stoves, if you can cook at night and prepare meals ahead of time for the next day, that's probably better as well. Thanks. That's great. Any other energy conservation or energy efficiency tips that you can give NV Energy customers that will help them save money during October?
Yeah, there are some that we have on our website. There's low-cost and no-cost tips, but just some simple things about having energy strips in the house, shutting off computers and appliances when not in use, lights as well, putting LED bulbs in instead of incandescent, and even something as simple as having the shades drawn on the windows that are facing the south and the west, because that can keep the heat out during the day, and then during the cooler months to let the room warm up a little bit to save on your heating bill, you can pull the shades up to let that warm sun in and let it work to your advantage at that time.
Fantastic. Yeah, all good tips. We really appreciate that. We're with the Green Alliance of Nevada, I have a couple of announcements, or one announcement coming up. We're going to be supporting the Clark County Water Reclamation District in their Clean Water Fest event on Saturday, November 3rd from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Flamingo Water Resource Center. That's at 5857 East Flamingo Road, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89122. Visitors will be able to tour the facility and find out what happens after you flush. So that's should be a fun event, and we do try to provide educational outreach. Really been great today talking with both of you to understand how we can make our homes more efficient, more smart, and also save energy at the same time, save green dollars. So that's always a big part of our program, not only be sustainable, but also be energy efficient and cost effective too. Part of the other thing, that one other announcement, this last segment we usually talk about electric cars also. And NV Energy has a new program that we talked about last month with the Clean Energy Group regarding incentives for electric vehicle charging stations that are now available through programs through the NV Energy website as well under the Clean Energy tab. And so those involve incentives for businesses to install these charging stations at work sites, at multifamily dwellings that include apartment complexes and condominiums, fleet electrification for people that are considering building electric cars into their fleets, and for the Nevada Electric Highway Program, which is going to attempt to put DC fast charge stations along our major highways every 50 miles. People interested in that can go to the nvenergy.com website and look under the Clean Energy tab where it says electric cars and look at some of the programs that are available for there. So NV Energy has really been active lately. A lot of new things coming out, and it's definitely worth a visit to the site just to kind of probe around and see what's available. So if you go to nvenergy.com, there's a tab that says Save Energy for the whole PowerShift program, and under the Clean Energy tab, we have things like battery backup storage systems that are coming out now. That's a brand new technology. And then we've got electric vehicle related programs and solar, of course. That's been a long standing thing that NV Energy has provided incentives for. So great programs, lots of things going on. Definitely worth a check to monitor that. And then also set up your My Account program. How can people do that just so they can be online with their billing process?
Certainly, just go on to nvenergy.com and sign on My Account. Just fill out a couple fields of information, your name, your account number, and you'll be on. You'll be in the know, and you'll be online, and you can take advantage of all of the other offerings that we have. And one thing, if I could just add about the energy storage programs, we will have some ride and drive events that the company is sponsoring, and more information on that can be found on our website as well. And here in Southern Nevada, the ride and drive event will be October 27th, and in Northern Nevada, it'll be October 20th. So we encourage folks to check out that information and participate if they can.
Fantastic. Sounds good. I'll be there.
Good.
Yeah, and so the neat thing about the ride and drive, they should be featuring some of the new vehicles, plug-in hybrids, as well as electric cars that are available from local dealerships. So we're looking forward to seeing. And this particular year, we're going to see some of the new ones like the I-Pace from basically from Jaguar Land Rover, which is competing with the Tesla Model X. And other things like the Chevrolet Bolt EV, Nissan Leaf. All these are getting better range. They're able to travel not just 100 miles anymore, but 150 or 220 miles before you need to plug these things back in. And if you have a plug-in hybrid electric car, then you get the best of both worlds. You get battery travel. The Chevy Volt and the Honda Clarity can go maybe up to 40, 50 miles in electric only around town. But if you need to go cross country, you've still got that gasoline tank to power a generator to make electricity for your electric motor as well. So you can still travel on the open road and fill those up just like a regular gas car. So there's a lot of neat technologies coming down the pipe, and so we're always interested in what's happening, and that the fact that NV Energy has been able to the electric vehicle charging station infrastructure and provide educational outreach to people with electric cars or considering electric cars. That's a great program. So good to see all these things going on, and looking forward to what's to come here. There's the next year is going to be really interesting, especially in the transportation industry. So we thank you for listening to Shades of Green. Thank you to our guests, Doug White and Cynthia Messina from the PowerShift program. And we look forward to talking with you again next Monday. Shades of Green.